Hi guys, my name is Hannah Jacobs, and as you can probably remember, my question for you was how many glasses of water do you drink each day? So I actually asked that question for a reason, and that is because I've been trying to drink more water myself, and I was genuinely curious about how many of us college-age students actually drink the appropriate amount of water that we should be drinking. So I decided to add my own personal vote in, so that's why there are 14 instead of 13. So looking at the graph, you might immediately notice something, and those being the similarities, those being equalness. You might see some numbers repeated. So what I actually ran into was quite a lot of people had the same amount of votes. So 3 people said that they drank 2 glasses of water each day. 3 people said that they drank 6 glasses of water each day, and 3 people said that they drank 8 glasses of water each day. So you might think that 3 is a lot, but there's more. 1 person said that they drank 1 person said that they drank 3, and 1 person said that they drank 7. So that's a lot of numbers repeated. So whenever I found this, I noticed that, I chose a question that kind of was I was only going to be given a small amount of numbers, a small amount of results. So, and it's not like you're going to drink 40 glasses of water each day, and if you do, you are very hydrated. But, so my numbers only range from 1 to 8. So that made finding the frequency table a little bit more difficult for myself, but using the class width, I was obviously able to find out that my class limits would be 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6, and 7 to 8. So tallying up all those numbers, I found that there were 4 between 1 and 2, 3 between 3 and 4, 3 between 5 and 6, and 4 between 7 and 8. So if you're listening, you might have heard that there were some more numbers repeated there. 4, 3, 3, 4. So whenever I decided to graph these, that's why the graph looks the way that it does, because the numbers were all so similar. So even looking at the pie chart here, you can notice that there are quite a few places that have the same spacing. All of these right here are all 7.2%, and these are all 21.4. Our only different one that we had was 0 for 5, and then for we had 14.3 here, and that being for 4 glasses of water. So that was our different one that wasn't one of the same numbers repeated over and over. So my personal favorite graph is actually the pictograph, because I feel like it is a better way of seeing the similarities and differences within all the numbers that I found. And so I used a actual small little glass of water to represent it, because I felt like that would be the easiest way. So looking at that, you can see 1 person voted they drank 1 glass of water, 2 voted for 3, as I said before, so on and so forth. So I think that pictographs are a great way to show the data. So my next thing that I needed to do was find my 5-number summary. And I could do this by finding my lowest value and my highest value. As I said before, my numbers were very small, so my lowest number was 1 and my highest number was 8. So the next thing I needed to do was find the range. So the range is just the highest number minus the lowest number, so that is 7, because 8 minus 1 equals 7. And the next thing that I needed to do was find the IQR, and that was 5. I found that there were no outliers within my project. So after I find my 5-number summary, then I am able to create this graph right here, which you can also see the numbers listed, 1, 2, 5, 7, and 8. So after that, as I said before, you may have heard a lot of numbers being repeated, and that made it really easy to find the mode, because as I said before, there were 3 people in each of these 3 sections that voted, meaning that my mode had to be 2, 6, and 8. My median would be 5, as I said before, and my mean would be 4.8. And 2 things that I found that needed to be mentioned was the fact that some of the data is the same for 3 different groups of people, as I said before. And then the mode is just not reliable because there are so many. So I had to also find the standard deviation, and my standard deviation ended up being 2.4. My first standard deviation was 50%, second standard deviation was 100%, and the third standard deviation would be 100% as well. So after looking at those percentages and visualizing what it would look like, I determined that my number would have a sharper peak rather than a bell-shaped curve. So if I were to do this project again, I would definitely have found something that would have given me a bigger variety of numbers, so I could have more of a variation of things, and my graphs could have looked a little bit different instead of being so similar in shape. However, I did enjoy doing the project, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.